Good morning and welcome to another edition of Revelation with Russ. I am your host, Donald Russell, also known as Russ. And yes, behind me, I am at the park. I have been walking and running on this morning. I'll let you in on a little secret. Your boy is trying to lose about 15 to 20 pounds. I'm on a weight loss journey, but to be honest, this is not my first time. This is probably about number 10 for me. I done started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped. But I finally found the problem. My problem is what I want to talk to you about this morning. Stop looking at the scale. Stop looking at the scale. Whenever I would come out and I would walk for long periods of time, I would actually retire for the day. I would go inside and shower up, and the very next thing I would do is I get on the scale because I want to see how many pounds I lost, how many ounces did I shed. And how many of you know that can make you depressed? Because some days you can see results and then some days you can't see results. But the thing that I had that I didn't really realize is that you have to keep going in spite of what it looks like. It doesn't matter if it looks like you're winning. It doesn't matter if it looks like you're losing. It doesn't matter if it looks like everything is just even keel. You have to continue to keep going because guess what? You'll never get the results if you stop. And that's why I want to encourage you on this morning is because I want to encourage the person who feel like giving up. The person who says, I opened this business. When I started this business was flourishing. I had all kind of customers. Maybe you have clientele. Maybe the doors was just open. People was just waiting in line. And guess what? You thought you had the business model. But now you're looking at it, you say things just not the same. And I want to tell you, stop looking at the scale. Stop wondering when is the next person coming. Stop looking at your bank account. Stop looking at other people who's in the same field, who have the same business, and comparing your business to their business. Because guess what? It doesn't always mean that a person is successful, but you just have to run your course. You just have to stay in your lane. And guess what? Continue to promote, continue to network, continue to do your work, continue to do your due diligence. And I promise you, if you keep working in the same place at the same time, guess what? You will eventually get the results. But you can't start this business and then stop it and then want to be a caterer and then stop that. And then now you're doing hair and then stop that. And then now you're cutting grass because guess what? You're not actually giving no business an opportunity to grow. You're not really seeing it at its fullest potential. So I just want to just let you know on this morning, stop looking at the scale. You're actually doing better than you think you are. Other people who's actually married, you may be married and you may be looking at your marriage and you scrolling down Facebook and Instagram and you're looking at all these other marriages and you see people going on vacations and you see them going on dates and you're looking at your husband and you're looking at your wife and you don't tell them, but you're secretly comparing them to somebody else. And I want to let you know, just focus on your marriage. Focus on your marriage, focus on your relationships so you can get the results. But you can't get the results in yours by looking at somebody else's. You have to be focused on yours. You have to be determined. You have to be committed to it. How would you ever experience a 25-year anniversary or a 50-year anniversary if you're in this relationship and then when it's get hard, then you want to uproot, then you want to go to something else because you feel to believe that it's green, the grass is green on the other side? I want to encourage you. Stop looking at the scale. Stop looking at the scale. It doesn't matter if you gain. It doesn't matter if you lost. But guess what? Eventually, you will get the results if you just continue on and stay steadfast. Don't move. Stay right there in that one place. I know it may be painful. I know it may look like it's not happening overnight. It shouldn't happen overnight. Not nothing that's worth keeping. So I just want to encourage you on this morning. And before I get out of here, I want to leave you with Exodus chapter 14. When God was raising up a man by the name of Moses, and God was telling Moses, listen, I want you to go into Pharaoh's court and tell him that I am says to let my people go. Moses did that, and eventually God had delivered his people. And when he delivered his people, there was between Egypt and the promised land. God had promised them the promised land. The promised land was the results. But guess what? They was in the wilderness. And while they was in the wilderness, they was complaining, they was belly aching, they was murmuring. And guess what? Sometimes they got on God's nerve. And guess what? Even times they even got on Moses' nerve. But the people, they didn't realize that they was on a place to their results. They didn't realize that they was on a place to their promised land, that they was en route to their destination. And you, if you give it right now, you don't even know how close you are. You may be fatigued, you may be tired, but the Bible says, don't be weary in well-doing, for in due season you'll reap if you faint not. but I know you feel fatigued. I know you're ready to give up. I know you say, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm facing. You don't know what I'm facing either. But guess what? You have to stay the course and you have to stay in your lane. I know you thought I forgot, but we're still on the children of Israel. So the children of Israel, they was in the wilderness, but guess what? They was about to approach the promised land. And I want to tell you on today, you're not worthy of the promised land if you can't endure the wilderness. Don't think that you're just going to be catapulted. Don't think you're just going to elevate to the next level. But guess what? The word that I have for you on today is not real fancy. It's not super spiritual. It's not even deep. But guess what it is? It's repetition. It's doing the same thing every single day. Get up, work that business, work that job until you get that promotion. Look, continue to work with that marriage. It don't matter if you're arguing, if you're going through right now. Guess what? Everybody go through, but you have to continue to work that thing. If you continue to work it and stop looking at the scale, guess what? You'll get the results. And guess what? Just because you can't see it, don't mean that it's not working. Oh my God, that's something right there that I just want to share with you. Listen, just because you don't see it, don't mean that it's not working. Because when I know that I was losing weight, I didn't even see it, but my wife did. My wife said, boy, you know, you're looking good. You're looking real slim. She started calling me slim, y'all. She started calling me slim. So let me tell you on this morning. You may be looking at your situation. You may be looking at your child. You may be looking at your business. You may be looking at your health. You may be looking at anything. I don't know what it is, but I just want to tell you, just hold on. Just keep working at it day after day after day. Just repetition. Continue to love. Continue to show grace. Continue to show mercy. And when you look back, guess what? You'll be celebrating 15, 25, 50 years of marriage. Keep on doing the same thing each and every day and every day. And guess what? You'll be walking across the stage with the certificate in your hand, with the diploma in your hand, with your doctorate in your hand. You never know where life will end if you end. So on today, I want to encourage you. Stop looking at the scale, because guess what? You will get the results if you don't quit.